Hi, Kathianne Lewis, and it's time for your faith lift. And I'm really enjoying this last few days at home because I leave very soon for Egypt, tomorrow morning, in fact. So by the time you see this, I will be on a plane, jetting off to my spiritual homeland. And I hope to be able to send you more messages like this from there because wonderful things happened there and I want to share them with you. But right now, I want to share the best ideas that I have from being a minister for over 40 years. And the best spiritual advice I have for being in this kind of philosophy for over 50 years. Whoa. I'm having a moment. Anyway, was inspired by seeing people say, best relationship advice in less than a minute and after all my studies, or best psychological advice after all my study. And so this is the best religious advice that I have from being in my occupation for 40 years. Number one, we need to pay attention to what we think because there is the science of mind. To science means to study our own mind, to study how things work. And when we start observing our mind, we may be surprised. And it's okay to study ourself fulfills one of the descriptions that was on the Temple of Delphi, which is to know thyself. And the wonderful thing is that when we start to know ourselves and we know ourselves at deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper levels, we finally come to all, we go through all of the beliefs and all of the reasons we have these beliefs, and we get down to the very core of us, and all we will find is divine. Because eventually to know ourselves is to know God. And it goes the other way around too. To really know God, not as some sort of concept, not a second-hand God that Emerson talked about, but to really know God, we start to know its presence. We start to know its essence. We start to know its character. And eventually, there's no place where God is not. It expands and expands and expands and expands so much that eventually we get that what it is we are. Because as Meister Eckhart said, God is that which is centered everywhere and circumference is nowhere. That means centered in us. So isn't it kind of wonderful that the more we know ourselves, the more we will know our God, and the more we know God, the more we'll know ourselves. Because it's all one. It really does prove to us the concept that the mystics and the masters have taught for so long, which is oneness and atonement, at one-ment. And then in this process, as we learn, as we grow, somehow as our identity changes, we identify with the expansive graciousness of the universe, and our world starts to change. So what I've learned after so many years is we can dabble in the outside world. We can dabble and try to change things and fix things up and paint them, but nothing's permanent. But when we shift internally, when we really shift internally, life seems to change around us for the better. So that's what I know. Short and sweet. And then there's so many nuances and so many processes and so many ways to get there, and to delight in the path and in the unfoldment is a wonderful way to live. To delight in the unfoldment of revealing who we really are, because we finally know who or what God is. Oh, and by the way, we'll never know all of what God is. As long as we're in a finite expression, we won't know the all. But what we'll know will be magnificent. Anyway, that's just what goes around in my head. I'm just a spiritual geek. Love you, bless you, and I will send you a faith lift from Egypt. Bye.
Where I am of faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak truth is, where I work, love is my color.